Welcome, everybody, to the softball complex here at Daytona State College. It is a gorgeous day on the east coast of Florida, and we cannot wait for the Falcons as they get set to take the field, taking on the Lakehawks out of Lake-Sumter. Great to have you with us, everybody. I'm Drew Felios, and thrilled to be joined today by Will Dunn. And Will, it's going to be an outstanding day for softball.
Yeah, it really is. We got great weather today. Been a little damp and dreary the last couple days, but certainly we got good weather today. A little windy here at the ballpark. Winds blowing out to center and left field, so two pretty good hitting teams here. We'll see what kind of action they provide as we get started here.
All right, let's talk about the Daytona State Falcons. A red-hot start. They won their first 7 games. Since then, they've struggled just a little bit, lost 8 of their last 9. So looking to get it going here in a key midweek contest. What do you think they have to do to get back on the winning track?
Yeah, well, I think they just need to play within themselves. You know, do what they know how to do, not try to do too much, play the game the way it needs to be played, try to play it as clean as possible, minimize the mistakes. Certainly mental mistakes, and then get ready to really get going here today. So I think they're ready to go, talking with Coach Harrell. So I'm pretty excited about seeing what we got today.
All right, let's size up now these two teams. First for Lake-Sumter, there's the batting order. Taylor Turner, top of the order. In left field, Jenna Curtis second. Nene Underwood hits third, followed by Dotson, Allen, Bryant, Brandy Davis, Ashlyn Allen. Jasmine Lahr is the catcher. And a surprise today in the circle, Sissy Doolittle will get her first conference start. I know, Will, that is definitely something we did not expect to see.
Yeah, when you look at their pitching stats, she's got 4th most innings pitched. So obviously, Coach is looking at giving her an opportunity to get out there and see what she can do here in conference play. So should be a good opportunity for Sissy as the game gets going.
Daytona State defense, and they'll get it going with, in the circle, Chloe Anna Merritt, the pitcher, Reese Trotty behind the plate. Third baseman is Kelly Hogue, Harper Robertson at short, Megan Donahue at second, and Arcia actually at first base, Arcia in the outfield, Robertson in center, and Baker is the left fielder. So a little bit of late shuffling there. Merritt in the circle, Donahue behind the plate. I said Donahue originally at second base. She's actually behind the plate today, so a few change-ups there.
Yeah, I think Coach is just trying to get different looks with the team and see what she can do. I know Chloe Ann's starting. She's gotten most of the innings this year, so we'll see. She's probably going to go with the drop ball, curve ball, off speed. See if she can keep the Lady Hawks hitters off balance a little bit today.
Yeah, Chloe Anna Merritt, she is going to be the key today for Daytona State. Really want her to attack the zone. Got tremendous spin on it. And there she is in the circle warming up for the Falcons in their first televised broadcast here of 2019. And you know, anytime you get a chance to be on television, and it just sort of brings a different atmosphere to it, doesn't it?
I know in talking with both sides before the game, I know the kids are really anxious and want to get going. Grateful for this opportunity, and I know the coaches are as well. So it's going to be fun to bring this game to our listening and viewing audience today here from Daytona Beach, and good day for college softball.
Just about set to get underway. Lake-Sumter, coached by Jay Miller, his 4th season at the helm of the Lakehawks. 2018 season was one to savor. Team posted their first winning record since 1999. So 20 years it had been. Lake-Sumter back as a winning program as Taylor Turner stepping in now for the Lakehawks. And we're just about underway here from Daytona. First pitch from Merritt is perfect. Strike one.
Yeah, Drew, I'm sure Coach Miller is looking for Taylor to find a way on base. 403 on base average. He's just looking for base runners. Coach Harrell's going to be looking for Chloe Ann to work ahead in the count and not get behind too many of these Lady Hawk batters.
That ball also taken, but a strike in there, so 1-2 is Taylor Turner, 2-year starter in left field for Lake-Sumter.
Chloe Ann's a pitch-to-contact pitcher, so going to be looking to let the defense make some plays for her.
A little bit low and away that time. You said looking for the defense to make some plays. It's taken her a while to really trust that defense behind her at times, hasn't it, Will?
Yeah, it's kind of interesting how that relationship goes between a pitcher and a team. But when they're right off the field, they have a very good opportunity to work together on the field, and this team has grown in that area over the course of this season. So again, she'll get her share of strikeouts, but by and large, they're going to have the ball in play and need to make some defensive plays behind her.
This one touched on the ground. It'll be foul once more. So a good at-bat early for Taylor Turner.
Definitely quality at-bat, seeing pitches, giving herself an opportunity to see if she can't find something to put in play. Chloe Ann trying to stay at least even in the count.
2-2 coming. And this one also just a little bit low. We'll have a full count here, and that is what Taylor Turner does best, protect the plate with 2 strikes.
Yeah, it is, and like I said a bit ago, she's got a 4-on-3 on base average, so she knows how to get on base, so it's going to be a battle here. She's going to get rid of the pitches she can't get in play or doesn't really like, but not going to let Daytona strike her out if she can help it.
Another 3-2 pitch. First at-bat of this game. Ball is popped up, and that's going to drop in there into shallow left field. Play at second base, and did they get her? Yes, they did. So beautifully played by the defense. Good recovery by Daytona State to get the first out. It certainly was an adventure, though.
That really was a nicely placed ball by Turner. But Daytona stayed in the play on defense, didn't let the ball get away. And a really nice play by Baker to throw that ball over to second base and get the out.
Now it's Jenna Curtis's turn. Former state champion at Oakleaf High School back in 2017. And she'll take a strike, 1-1. Definitely have to mention today the wind is absolutely howling out there right now. And I think, Will, it came into play on that first ball that was struck.
It did. The ball's really going to carry to left.
On the ground, nice play made as Trowick flips it over to Arcia, and there's 2 away quickly.
Any ball that they get up in the air to center field is going to have a chance to carry. If it's hit down the lines, it's going to get knocked down a little bit, but definitely very, very windy out there. I'm sure both coaches are a little concerned about players trying too hard to get the ball up in the air and instead of just getting the ball on the ground or finding the grass. Good first pitch strike there by Chloe Ann.
Nene Underwood's turn now. And she'll take a big swing. This will be hit to the third baseman, played cleanly, and over to first for the out. Kylie Hogue makes the play for Daytona State. So a 1-2-3 inning and a great defensive play by Alexis Baker to get it going for the Falcons, who come up to bat in just a moment. So good job early for Daytona State. Defense holds, and now they'll get their first at-bat of the game. Here on campus, you see the wind continuing to howl. Again, that could be a big factor here today on balls that are hit in the air. These outfielders, Will, are going to have quite the challenge tracking down these balls here today. There, you take a look at the order with Bourne, Trotty, Arcia, Donahue, Baker also in there, Arcia, Trowick, Robertson, Hogue, and then at the bottom of the order, of course, Merritt and Boudreaux.
Yeah, I think one of the interesting things will be, and I'm sure both coaches have talked to their teams about this, with this wind blowing the way it is. It's not uncommon for players to think, hey, I can just get it on out of here today instead of passing the bat down the lineup and get runners on base. So I'm sure that's something that the coaches have talked to the players about, and I'm sure Coach Harrell's had to address that as well. Daytona's hit 38 home runs on the year compared to 9 home runs for Lake-Sumter. So that could be a trap if they're not thinking the right way.
Quickly saw the defense there for the Lake Hawks. Sissy Doolittle gets the start as Madison Boren digs in. Leadoff batter here for Daytona State. Great to have you with us here at Daytona State College. Drew Felios with Will Dunn. First time the Falcons softball team has had the chance to be on television this year, and we're thrilled to bring it to you. Boren takes one right down the pipe. It's a strike. So Maddie Boren, the freshman, usually plays in right field for Daytona State. She'll get a piece of this one, and this one, is it fair? No, just foul. So it'll be 1-2.
Sure, Coach Miller is glad to see Sissy Doolittle working ahead in the count here as she's getting her opportunity to start this conference game.
Bourne chops one into left, and that play is going to be made out there by Taylor Turner, the left fielder, and there's one away. So Turner in left field, Taylor Dodson in center field today for the Lake Hawks. Jenna Curtis will be in right. Third baseman, it's Jen Bryant. Nene Underwood at short. Brandy Davis at second. Ashlyn Allen at first. And Jasmine Laura behind the plate. Now it's Reese Trotty. She'll chop one foul.
I'm sure Coach Harrell's wanting her team to see some pitches, maybe get some deep counts, get a look at Doolittle.
Trotty hits this one hard to right. If it can get in the air, it can be trouble, but it's played by Jenna Curtis, and there's 2 away.
Now batting, number 15, Morgan Arcia.
Doolittle's done a good job here in the bottom of the first inning. She's pretty efficient, too. She's not having to throw a lot of pitches. 2 pretty quick outs, Drew.
So now it's Morgan Arcia's turn. Big cut for strike 1. Remember Arcia from last year. Kind of up and down this season offensively so far. Sort of learning, Will, to trust that swing again. Hasn't always been there for her this season.
Yeah, I think, again, it's the whole concept of playing within yourself. She's got a .354 batting average and a .405 on base percentage. She just takes a hit by pitch there to boost that up a little bit as well. But again, I think it's that concept of being patient at the plate, seeing pitches, and then hitting what you're capable of handling.
And there's times when even when you're not swinging your best bat, take one for the team. Just see the base pass, right?
Absolutely. Pass the bat down the lineup and get someone on base and give the next person a chance. Brings up Megan Donahue.
Donahue takes one high.
Donahue leading the Falcons this year with the bat. hitting .447 coming into this game with a .509 on base percentage. Also has hit 9 home runs on the year. Very, very impressive freshman campaign so far by Megan Donahue.
She has totally solidified that spot as the cleanup batter for Daytona State. Doolittle puts it in range. She drills it to right center field. It drops in for a base hit. Donahue will hold it first. And a good job for Daytona State here trying to get a 2-out rally going.
Now batting.
It was a good play. 2 outs. Arcia could go on the contact. Made her way to third. It'll be interesting to see now with Lexus Baker coming up what Coach Harrell does.
So Arcia now at third, Donahue at first. Lexus Baker takes one high for ball 1. Oh no, called a strike. A little bit late call that time by our home plate umpire.
Was up a little bit, but as long as he calls it there all game, I'm sure they'll be fine with it.
Lexus Baker has home run power as well.
She too has hit 9 on the year.
Pops this one up. Again, Wynn plays with it just a little bit, but Ashlyn Allen's able to come over and make the catch. So the Falcons strand 2, and we've played 1 here at Daytona State College. Scoreless as we head to the second inning on WDSC TV. Welcome back to Daytona State College. Drew Felios, Will Dunn, and our fabulous television crew on hand today. Falcons softball team trying to get a win, get back on the winning track. Been a tough stretch here in the second part of the season as Merritt again delivers the pitch. It's hit to third base, and another clean play by Kylie Hogue at the hot corner, and a quick out.
Exactly what Coach Harrell's looking for in terms of efficiency, few pitch, effort to get an out, and again, Coach Miller's wanting his young ladies to see some pitches, and when you get that ball in play, have an opportunity to get on base.
Talks about Chloe Anna Merritt being the key today for Daytona State in the circle. Lately, been leaving balls a little bit up in the zone, Will, and you know from all your time in this game, when you do that, there are hitters, especially in this conference, that are going to make you pay. So Coach Kelly Harrell telling her, hey, just keep the ball down. She's done a good job of that so far as you see that pitch delivered right there.
Yeah, keep the ball down and keep it out of the fat of the plate. You know, find your way to get strikes on the corners and make the batters work to get their hands on inside the ball and hit the ball hard somewhere, as opposed to giving them something right out over the middle of the plate that they can drive.
Oh, 0-2 pitch. Put in play to the shortstop. Nice job by Trotty to take care of things. And the defense so far clicking for the Falcons. There's 2 away.
Yeah, I know that's what Coach Harrell's wanting to see from her team. She doesn't mind Lake-Sumter putting the ball in play, hoping the defense plays clean behind Chloe Ann, and so far they have.
Falcons defense has been a little bit of a work in progress this season.
She's moved kids around quite a bit, so they've played, a number of them have played in some different positions, and depending on maybe who's pitching or what other things they're working on.
And safe at first base after the error.
Yeah, an example there. Just get the ball, field it cleanly, and make the throw.
Now, is this the third baseman's play, Will, right here?
Well, I think yes. She's up. She's in a good position to take that ball. She's moving towards the base. The shortstop was not moving towards the ball, so I'm okay with her making that effort to make that play.
Brandy Davis now steps in for Lake-Sumter. Brandy Davis got a fun nickname, Mighty Mouse. Usually a pitcher for Lake-Sumter. Ball gets away this time. And now a runner in scoring position for the Lakehawks. First time they've had that here today. Hit to the shortstop. Again, this one playable and nicely done by Trotty, who has looked good at shortstop so far in this game. So Lake-Sumter strands 1. And now we go to the bottom of the second. Daytona State and the Lakehawks of Lake-Sumter on the Falcons Athletic Network. Bottom of the second inning now. Daytona State up to bat once again. First ball taken by Gigi Arcia. And today, Arcia playing first base, usually the designated player for the Falcons. Taking one inside that time.
True, Gigi's had a real solid year this year. Comes into this game hitting .389 and has hit 10 home runs on the year.
Two balls, one strike now. She's one of those players that is always in the cage. Just a tireless worker.
She absolutely is.
Absolutely loves hitting and puts it into center field for a base hit. It's one thing to hit for power. It's another thing to hit for average and place it where the ball is pitched. She did just that time.
That was a good job. Good job of hitting, not doing too much with the ball. Hitting herself on base and passing the bat down the line.
That's going to bring up Charlie Trappick now in the 7 hole for the Falcons. and she'll take a strike.
See what Coach Harrell does here. Lets her put the ball in play, hitting away, or she tries to move the runner.
Try and move the runner. Well placed bunt and no play for the Lakehawks. So a beautiful bunt could not have been executed better. And now there's first and second runners for the Falcons with nobody out.
I think that was a busted coverage by Lake-Sumter. Their second baseman went to second. So there was really nobody to field the ball. But a good idea nonetheless by Charlie.
Another golden opportunity for Daytona State. Now you got first and second, nobody out here, Will. And these are the situations against a pitcher with not a lot of experience on the other side for Lake-Sumter and Doolittle, where you got to take advantage and try and bunt one down again. This play is going to be made out at first, but good job moving the runners over.
Yeah, Harper Robertson's a sophomore, and
that piece closer to his mouth, we can barely hear him.
that was a good job by Harper Robertson, sophomore, getting the bunt down and moving the lead runners to second and third with one out. That really gives the Falcons an opportunity here. Good sack bunt.
Now it's the slapper, Kylie Hogue, freshman. She has tremendous speed. If she can get on base, she presents some major problems for the opposition.
Yes, she does.
Now a chance for Laura to have a little chat with Doolittle. Third meeting between Lake-Sumter and Daytona State. Daytona State took two from them back in early March.
Yes, they did. Opening up conference play, and had a good series against them over there and got 2 wins.
7-6 on that first one, and then 10-6 on the second.
Doolittle's got a nice little off-speed pitch. Several times had the Falcons off stride and off balance.
Kylie Hogue swinging away, and strike two.
Falcons going to need to make that adjustment, or it's going to be a long day.
Kylie Hogue, a player that Coach Harrell just wants to get more at-bats from her, needs more experience. She puts this one in play, and it's caught in left field. Taylor Turner was in the perfect spot, and now there's 2 down.
Now batting, number 12, Madison Boren.
Well, she wasn't able to get a run in, but does allow the Falcons to turn the lineup over and back to the top with Boren.
So Maddie Bourne popped out her last time up. She'll take one high this time.
Coach Harrell would really like to see ball on the green through the infield.
Sissy Doolittle pitching against Maddie Bourne. Good pitch that time, just outside the zone, and it is a ball. That looked pretty good from here.
That looked really good. It was nibbling right on the corner. If I'm a pitcher or a coach for Lake-Sumter, I want that pitch.
Makes it 2-1. Bourne tried to pull it that time, a little bit jammed, and it's 2-2.
Doolittle's going to go right back to that outside pitch and see if she can get that call or get Bourne to swing at it.
Maddie Bourne very disciplined at the top of the lineup, understands her role. Oh, that ball took a wicked curve that time inside, and it's ball 3.
At a full count here, something's got to happen.
Good matchup here. Doolittle against Boren. Boren puts it in center field for a base hit. One run is going to score. The second will hold up. Boren will head over to second base off the misplaced ball there. And now runners on second and third for the Falcons. And Daytona State is on the scoreboard.
Nice piece of hitting there by Boren. Of course, it was a 3-2 count. It was a full count. And not to walk the bases loaded, she had to give a pitch that had a chance for a swing or a call strike, and Boren did a nice job just poking it right up the middle and getting that runner home from third.
Trotty, she'll put this one in play. Shortstop comes over and makes a nice play over to first. Nene Underwood that time to Ashlyn Allen for the third out. But Daytona State does get something going. A run on the board in the bottom of the second inning. To the third we go here at Daytona State College. Falcons leading 1-0. Welcome back to Daytona State College. Today's game is being brought to you in part by Financial Educators Federal Credit Union, the official credit union of Daytona State College. Again, that is Financial Educators Federal Credit Union, a proud sponsor of Daytona State College sports.
Over there on campus do a great job working with our students and our faculty and staff, and so it's certainly a great resource for us to have here at the college.
So back to work for Chloe Anna Merritt. She has been outstanding so far in the circle for Daytona State.
That little inside drop ball she just threw is where she needs to live. That ball was right on the river. Not going to get hurt too bad with that pitch.
This ball is ripped to third, and a amazing catch that time by Kylie Hogue. That ball was screaming towards the hot corner, and she was in position perfectly.
It was scorched. And again, you see where the position of that pitch is. It's not where the last one was. Lake-Sumter hitter was able to get a nice piece of that. It was a good play over there at the hot corner.
Kylie Hogue, big start today at third base. Only a freshman. Good mix of youth and a little experience on this Falcons roster.
Yeah, they do have a good mix. Going behind in the count here, 3-0 and Lara.
Jasmine Lara, the catcher, standing in for Lake-Sumter, and a strike, so 3-1 now.
William doesn't want to walk the 9-hole and turn the lineup over, I can tell you that. She needs to go right at this player.
Lara puts it in the air, should be playable for the Falcons. Robertson comes over to make the catch, and again, that ball is moving all around in the outfield today, and there's two away, and you see a little spirit from the Falcons defense, they're having fun at the moment, Will.
They are having fun, and
Number 3, Taylor
I think they're all enjoying their opportunity to play college softball and have a great day for being out on the yard, as we like to call it, and do what they like to do.
Taylor Turner tries to slap one down, foul. Top of the order now for Lake-Sumter. Lake Hawks have had one base runner here today. So far, Chloe Anna Merritt pretty much in control for Daytona State. Still early in this game, though. Chopped to third base and safe over there. Good job hustling it out by Taylor Turner. She was able to beat the throw.
Very nice play by Turner. It's her second opportunity to get on base today.
Number 2, Jenna Curtis.
Jenna Curtis in the 2-hole. Jenna Curtis committed to play college softball next season. She'll play Division II softball at Franklin Pierce in New Hampshire.
Better bring her overcoat.
And there's actually 2 Lake Hawks headed up to Franklin Pierce. Emily Murphy is another. This one's foul, so Curtis and Murphy will represent Lake-Sumter next season, and you are right, it is not going to be warm up there.
No, they probably won't be out on the field until about April 1st up there.
Playing a lot of those preseason tournaments.
On the road.
Yep.
I'm sure they have a nice indoor facility.
Absolutely. Nice pitch by Merritt, and it's strike 2. Talk about the wind and how it's come into play. Is that a big advantage for the pitcher as well, Will, because you maybe get a little bit more movement on the ball than you normally would?
Yeah, I think when the wind's blowing out, most pitchers do enjoy that because you get good ball movement, and also the hitters are thinking, well, I can lift the ball.
Throw down to second, not needed. Daytona State going to get out of the inning, and you saw Chloe Anna Merritt pumped up. She has been in the driver's seat since the start. We've played 2.5.
Nice job to get the strikeout and end that little threat with Lake-Sumter getting Turner on. So that was a good job to get out, work out of that, and a good strikeout by Chloe Ann.
1-0 is the score. Daytona State will get ready for their third at-bat here. Let's talk a little about Kelly Harrell, the head coach of Daytona State, just in her first season, and a great hire made over the summer. She was hired back in August, comes from Campbell University in North Carolina, where she was an assistant. Also coached at ECU and University of Louisiana Monroe.
Yeah, Coach Harrell is a nice young coach that certainly has played at the highest level. She played at East Carolina. She played in a very competitive program. Made the NCAA postseason when she was there. So played in the NCAA regionals and was really their all-time leading pitcher until a young lady came some years after Coach Harrell graduated and broke some of those records. But she has a real good idea of the game and brings a lot to our Daytona State student-athletes.
Ball is drilled into the gap, and it's gone. Carries out of here. Daytona State gets a home run from Morgan Arcia, and it's 2-0.
Again, I think if we see a replay on that.
The next batter, number 23.
Nice job by Arcia. She let the ball get in deep. She got it up in the wind. Very nice swing. Got a good piece of that and got it on out. That's a well-hit ball because those fences drew her at 220, so it's not a cheap shot.
Megan Donahue's turn. So just as we're talking about Coach Harrell, Morgan Arcia says, hey, we're definitely bringing it today. It's been sort of a, as you can imagine too, anytime a new coach comes into a program, well, you've been around it your entire athletics career. It's never easy that first season sort of getting all the pieces in place, is it?
No, there's transition and change, and you know, each new head coach has their experiences and what they have learned and know and been involved in that they use to build their culture of their program. So it's obviously changed for people that are in the program, but a very nice transition so far, and got a great group of student athletes that she's working with every day. Kids that are just genuinely appreciative to be college student athletes and playing a sport they love and getting a college education. So she's a good fit for the college.
Hot shot right back to the pitcher, and this, after being bobbled, eventually taken care of by Sissy Doolittle for the first out.
Alexis Baker.
A lot of times you'll see pitchers getting signals from the catcher. Other times pitchers will get signals from the dugout and their coaches. It looks like in this case, coach very busy over there calling pitches for Sissy Doolittle.
Coach Miller calling Coach Doolittle's pitches.
Alexis Baker now stepping in for Daytona State. Solid all season long in the 5-hole for the Falcons. Gets a hold of one. This one could go. It's to the tracks and off the wall. Baker thinks about third, but she'll hold up at second base with a double.
Yeah, drew another well-hit ball. Right in the gap, got between the left and center fielder. Again, the fences are at 220, so ball gets to the fence at 220. It's a real easy double for these athletes.
Falcons really seeing the ball well here so far. And let's see, there's a little bit of action. Could have a pitching change here, and we will, in fact, as the Lakehawks will make a change in the circle here. And now number 17 will get the ball. Allie Geyer.
Now pitching for the Lakehawks, number 17, Allie Geyer.
Left-handed pitcher, so that's going to bring a new look to the Falcons at the dish. Allie is the Lakes Hawk leading innings pitched pitcher to this point in the season. She's got over 93 innings pitched of their total. And she has a very impressive 1.94 earned run average. So Coach Miller probably looking to stop the bleeding right here. Doesn't want to give too many more runs on the board for the Falcons.
Allie also committed to play college softball. She'll play at Division II Barry University in South Florida. This ball gets away, and a chance for Baker to head to third.
It could be a big play, Drew. She moves over to third with one out, so there's certainly options now for the Falcons. Gigi can just get a fly ball in the outfield. That'll score Baker.
Allie Geyer had a great freshman season for Lake-Sumter. Academic All-American. This ball put in play. It's going to be a tough one. Runner at third holds up. Oh, that's one where you think maybe Alexis Baker could have tried to possibly get to home plate that time. Will, what do you think?
Yeah, they didn't pull the trigger on that, though. And I know Coach Harrell was wanting Gigi to get the ball in the air, get it up in the outfield. So not the result they were looking for in that at-bat, but they still have another opportunity. See what Charlie Trawick can do.
Trawick had the sacrifice that actually turned up being an infield hit last time, and now she takes one for the team. So runners on the corners now for the Falcons with 2 down.
Brings up sophomore Harper Robertson. Had that nice sack bunt early in the game. She won't be asked to sack bunt here. New rule this year, you don't have to make an effort to get out of the way. You just can't lean into it.
Robertson watches that one. Robertson, big cut that time, is going to be foul. Now, this is somebody, Will, that beginning of the season was in the 1 and the 2 hole. Struggled a little bit, moved down in the lineup. Lately he's been crushing the ball, but just been hitting it right at people. Coach Harrell trying to just keep her confidence up. Say, hey, do not give up. Eventually, you're going to find the gaps.
Yeah, she's working at it, and I think really the only thing Coach Harrell would say is if she could just get a little more consistent. It's certainly there. She's capable, and kind of get off the highs and the lows.
Allie Geyer tries to jam her inside. That is a tough pitch to hit from a lefty when that thing is spinning on the inside part of the plate.
It really is. It's hard to get your hands inside that ball, but at least she got rid of the pitch. So she has a chance to see another pitch.
Put in play again, but this is going to be foul.
Hit her in the box. It's where she's going to need to make an adjustment, because I think Allie feels like she wants to pitch her inside, and Harper's going to have to find a way to maybe make an adjustment so she can get her hands inside that pitch.
Robertson fooled that time, and a nice pitch by Allie Geyer to end the inning for Daytona State. But the Falcons get one more on the big solo shot from Arcia. Morgan Arcia, the sophomore, goes yard. Daytona State leads 2-0 here heading into the 4th. Two to nothing is your score. Daytona State so far out hitting Lake-Sumter 6-2. Drew Felios with Will Dunn. And a win today for Daytona State could be number 20 on the season.
Yeah, it is. And, again, Coach Harrell, first year, kind of implementing her program and her philosophy. each day is a new learning day for her students and players, and if you just see that little bit of growth, 1% every day, they'll be satisfied with where they get to.
Nice play made at third. Kylie Hogue getting it done so far for the Falcons. Had that one mistake when she tried to come over and backhand the one ball, but since then she's been pretty good.
Yeah, again, going to her left, cuts the ball off before it gets behind her to the shortstop. Just an easier play because she's going to get the ball sooner and then the throw is shorter. Made a very nice play on that to get the out.
Taylor Dotson now the hitter for Lake-Sumter. Dotson is a third-year player. She redshirted her freshman season and has been a fixture in center field for the Lakehawks. Chloe Anna Merritt, so far, taking care of business for Daytona State. And a big goose egg on the board for Lake-Sumter. Another doubleheader today, bringing you the first game. If you're watching here on TV or on YouTube, come out to the park for game 2, right?
Yeah, as we said in the open, Drew, just a gorgeous day today. Nice day during this time of the year. Pop up in center field. Nice play there.
Robertson again under it. It's a great place, too, to watch a game, isn't it?
It really is. It's a nice facility. You can get out and enjoy the weather, see some great college softball, watch the students that work so hard every day to get better.
Yeah, next game will be live about a half hour after the conclusion of the first.
Yeah, it'll probably be around 6 or 6:30. But again, it will not be on TV, and it would be a great game if you're in the area to come out and see and support local college softball and Daytona State College.
Casey Allen now stepping in for Lake-Sumter.
Merritt doing a very nice job getting ahead in the count. She's not fighting the counts.
It's great to see a couple weeks ago, Will, when we were actually calling a baseball game, all the additions made to the field and just how beautiful it is right now. It was already nice before, but the upgrades over the offseason have just been phenomenal.
Yeah, it's a very nice complex, and so proud of our coaches and students that do their part to keep it nice, and then certainly our facility services staff and the people on campus that work hard to work on the infield and the grass and make sure the wind screen's up the way it needs to be, so that it's just a great place for these students to play college softball.
0-2 now. Merritt keeps it outside that time. It'll be ball 1.
Again, she's in a nice count here.
Casey Allen, the designated player today. Her job, hit the ball. Tough play made here. Over to first for the out. Great job by Trotty at short again. Over to Arcia to get her just in time.
Fabulous play, Drew. Ball hit up the middle. Pretty high bouncer. Got over Merritt, the pitcher, and there you go on the replay. Able to cut that ball off on the second base side of the bag and still get enough on the throw to beat the runner. Great play.
Well, Coach Kelly Harrell is always telling Chloe Anna Merritt, trust your defense, trust your defense. Today she is, and Will, they're definitely delivering.
They are. They're playing really solid, clean defense behind her, and that's what it's going to take to get through the game.
So 2-0 is the score. Kelly Harrell, again, first season as the head coach here at Daytona State, was a former pitcher at East Carolina, threw for the Pirates back in the Conference USA days, and tell you what, she could mow them down too when she was in the circle, couldn't she?
Yeah, she really could. She was kind of one of those grinders, a bulldog pitcher. You know, she'd go and battle toe-to-toe with some really, really top-notch teams, both in her league and outside of the league when they played a lot of the big teams and, you know, SEC teams when they're playing their non-conference schedule. So she knows what it's about.
Struck out 948 batters in her collegiate career. That's pretty good.
My arm hurts just hearing that.
Kylie Hogue leads things off here in the bottom of the fourth for Daytona State. Running the second, running the third for the Falcons. Kylie, the slapper, great speed as well. Watches one low this time.
No, Coach Harold really like to see her handle a pitch here and find a way on base so that she could turn the lineup over for him. Pass the bat down.
It's a piece of that one. Foul, and you have a chance to spend time with Coach Harold and talk a little softball with her. She also talks about life and says that this game, for my team, just a tool for teaching these ladies about how to live their lives. Teach them to deal with success and with failure, to stand up on your feet when you get knocked down.
Yeah, she's so good at that and understanding, you know, that these students' opportunity to participate in a college sport, in this case softball, and the lessons they learn along the way, learning about adversity and perseverance and finding a way to be successful. You know, those are skills you need in life, and so it's value added when you can learn those skills as you go through your 4 years in college and participate in intercollegiate athletics. And so proud of Kelly and all of our coaches that do that every day and work with these student athletes. It makes a difference in their lives.
Mm-hmm. Has definitely instilled an attitude full of gratitude here inside the program, making a difference here in just year one. Replacing Coach Manhart, who was here for 12 years at Daytona State. She had quite a run as well.
She really did, and certainly had a big influence and mark that she left on the program. Still in the area, up at Matanzas High School. I know her program is one of the tops in the area this year up there, and is doing a really good job for them.
Maddie Bourne puts this one in play. Over to first, though, right at the bag. And that'll be the second out for Daytona State. So 2 down.
Now batting, number 8, Reese Trotty.
And Reese Trotty, the freshman, going to come up here with 2 outs.
See if the Falcons can do anything with 2 outs. I always say there's never a better time to start a rally than with 2 outs.
Well, Trotty can certainly hit for power, hit for average as well. Fisted that one foul, but it's sort of celebrating those small victories. She's really gotten a hold of a couple balls this year that have been caught. And then on the other side, she's tipped a few, hasn't hit very well, but then they've found a spot on the field and have ended up being big plays, and just a matter of celebrating the small victories in this game, right? That isn't always kind to you.
Oh, that's right. I mean, when you think about it, 300 is a great batting average in baseball, or between 300 and 400 in softball. That means you fail 6 or 7 out of 10 times. So you got to know how to deal with that and work through it. And, know that when you have your opportunities to contribute, try to find a way to make something positive happen.
That said, happy opening day, Will.
Happy opening day. There's no doubt about that. Look forward to that all year long.
Absolutely. Ball taken a little bit low. Some of the major storylines. How about Mike Trout? Over $400 million contract.
Wow. Is that a real number?
If I could have lived this life again, I would have played baseball and never stopped.
Yeah, some of those contracts are just amazing.
At the end of this inning, we're going to do beverage commercial.
Over to first base, and no damage done for Daytona State. Good job by Ali Geyer to silence the Falcons in order that time. So we've played 4 here in Daytona Beach. 2-0 your score. The Falcons lead the Lakehawks here on WDSC TV.
Claim your career with Daytona State Certificate Program in Hospitality Beverage Science. Learn beer and wine production, plus how to manage, merchandise, and market beverages. Call 386-506-4DSC or visit us online at daytonastate.edu.
Falcons have a 2-0 lead here at Daytona State College. Lake-Sumter trying to get something going offensively as we head to the 5th inning. 6 hits for Daytona State.
Nice drop ball there by Merritt. Working ahead in the count.
Jennifer Bryant leading it off for Lake-Sumter. A lot of chatter coming from that Lake-Sumter dugout. Bryant, late signee last year for Coach Miller out of Steinbrenner High School in Tampa, Florida. You know who that's named after.
Yes, I do. It's the other little round ball.
Just talking about opening day before our last break. All the great storylines in Major League Baseball this year. What are you looking forward to most?
I just enjoy the season.
Love it.
I mean, it's a great time. Any chance I get to go to a Major League game or even get out here to our Tortugas, our Cubs minor league here in town, it's just so relaxing and enjoyable, and just a great environment, good family environment, and a lot of fun. And certainly get some of the Major League parks. You see some really great players.
Jennifer Bryant now, 2-2 count to her. And she gets a piece of one, but it's foul. You know, interesting, when this young lady at the plate was being recruited, Jennifer Bryant, there was a little bit of a knock on her coming out of high school. Some that said she couldn't hit, couldn't see the ball. Guess what? She's the leading hitter right now for Lake-Sumter. 345 with 2 home runs and 17 RBIs.
There you go. Certainly has a physical stature.
That's what I love about this level too, Will. You can fine-tune those skills and brush up some of those little things that need to be bettered.
It's a great opportunity to develop talent, both for the student and for the programs. And when you can mesh that together and those opportunities come together, you have an opportunity for individual growth and development, which is so beneficial for these young students.
How about Chloe-Anna Merritt? She knows that a home plate umpire has been calling that high strike today, and she placed it in there perfectly.
That was a nice pitch. She's working both sides of the plate nice, and that's making it difficult to kind of dig in and figure out what she's going to do.
Brandy Davis trying to lay one down. This one's going to drift foul.
I think, again, with Coach Harrell and her experience, and it certainly helps as she calls the game, understanding that these teams are probably going to try to cut the plate in half and find the pitch on one side or the other. But if you can get strikes on both sides and change speeds, it makes it challenging to implement that philosophy. It's certainly not impossible, but it's not easy, especially when there's not balls over the middle of the plate. That's what you have to prevent.
Chloe Anna Merritt, 1-1 pitch. Inside part of the plate, 2-1.
Good pitch, just a little inside. Certainly a ball.
Not a very deep pitching staff for Daytona State this year, so a lot of pressure has been on this young lady, Chloe Anna Merritt.
Yeah, she has, by and large, the majority of the innings pitched, over 138 innings of the 200 that they've played.
Oh, a hot shot right back at her, and Chloe Anna doesn't even flinch.
Good thing she had a glove on that left hand. It was a nice play and a nice hit, too.
You know, sometimes when stuff like this is going your way, it is your day, isn't it?
It is.
Oh.
Batter did a real nice job keeping her hands inside the ball, hitting that ball back up the middle, and Chloe Ann was able to get her glove up and make the play.
Ashlyn Allen now with 2 outs. Lake-Sumter just unable to really get any kind of rally going here so far. It's because Merritt has been just mixing up her pitches perfectly. Mentioned that pitching staff, though, also Ashley Green has thrown often for Daytona State this year.
Yep, she's getting the other mix of the innings that Chloe Ann's not picking up. So Chloe Ann's got 2 outs here, but this is the second batter in a row she's fallen behind on. So she needs to, even if she makes her put the ball in play, try not to keep going down that lineup.
Strike that time. Ashlyn Allen trying to get aboard. Chloe Anna Merritt misses on the inside part of the plate. That pitch was close, but it's ball 4.
It's a good call. The ball was well off the plate. Might be a good pitch if you're ahead in the count. But her misses aren't big, so that's a good sign.
19, Lucia Esposito.
So let's see if that rattles Merritt at all here with 2 down. Top of the 5th inning here at Daytona State. Lake-Sumter trying to get something going. This is their 9-hole hitter. Jasmine Lara goes by the nickname Yaz. Tavares High School represented.
Merritt doing what she needed to do there, work on getting ahead in the count.
Contact made, ball to the outfield. Under it is Arcia for the 3rd out. So able to quiet the bats. Morgan Arcia makes the catch, and that does it for Lake-Sumter. They strand one as we've played 4.5 here in Daytona. The Falcons try to add to their lead in a moment. Allie Geyer in the circle for the Lake Hawks of Lake-Sumter State. As we go to the bottom of the 5th here at Daytona State, Morgan Arcia had the big solo home run couple innings ago. That was the 2nd run for the Falcons. She's up here in her 3rd at-bat. Taking big cuts here today, isn't she?
Yes, she is. And Geyer's done a really nice job for Coach Miller since he brought her in, kind of put out that fire, and she's certainly done a nice job since she entered the game. All coaches like to have a nice quality left-handed pitcher because there's not a lot of them out there, and I know Coach Miller's probably very glad to have Geyer on his team.
Allie Geyer does not have a win-loss record that really jumps out at you, but she does so many other things for this team. Also comes in relief often. Tough to handle this hot shot, but she recovers, makes the throw to first, and barely gets Arcia for the first out.
Next batter, number 23, Megan Donahue.
Again, a nice play. Geyer was able to get her glove on the ball, knocked it down, but didn't give up on the play, got to the ball and made a nice throw to first, just beat Arcia. Nice play.
Megan Donahue's turn.
Again, this kid has unlimited potential. She can be really, really fabulous. She's done a nice job for Coach Harrell since she got here this year. I know Coach working with her a lot on just getting more consistent, but boy, is the talent level there.
Couple walk-off winners this year for Megan Donahue. She has really found joy in this game, according to Coach Harrell. Hits this one right to third. And again, another hot shot taken care of. Jennifer Bryant makes the play. We've had some hard hit balls today in the infield. It's amazing how well these players have reacted.
Yeah, we have, and on both sides for the most part, they've played really clean defense behind their pitchers, and that's nice to see.
Lexus Baker now for Daytona State. Baker loves to take those big swings. Sometimes Coach Harrell says you got to minimize those just a little bit. Don't always have to hit the home run. Just take the single. Take what they give you.
Yeah, and again, I think with such a young team, with these kids that have had the power, they need to learn how to play within themselves, how to manage their swings. You know, just make good contact, and If you have good quality at bats and you're making good contact, you have that power anyway. You're going to get your share of power hits, whether it's doubles or home runs. Don't have to force it.
Lexus Baker aboard here with 2 down, bottom of the 5th inning. Baker was also out of the sport of softball, Will, for a couple years, and she has rebuilt her game here at Daytona State. Just a great story. Battled injuries, had to sit out, stayed patient, and here she is doing great things.
She's really had a very nice year this year. And as you stated, like transitioning with the game, she brings a lot of value and certainly still has a lot of upside and growth that she can benefit from and her team can benefit from as she continues to grow as a player.
Little meeting at the mound. So Esposito, the catcher, we're going to have a little discussion with Geyer that time.
I'm not sure if that was player-induced or coach-induced, but they certainly went out and it looked like had a positive chat about something.
Gigi Arcia ahead in the count here. That's a nice-looking pitch.
Very nice.
Oh, wow. See a little bit of frustration here for Allie in the circle. Strike that time.
A couple times I've seen the pitchers on both sides get behind in the count and then have to put one right down the middle to try to get back in the count. And that can be dangerous, but
taken high, and the 2-out rally continues as Mauricio takes first base. Runners on first and second now with 2 down.
Brings up Charlie Trawick.
She's been a tough out today also, hasn't she?
Yes, she has.
Coach Miller will come out, have a meeting with his pitcher, Allie Geyer. The entire infield will join in.
Second time in a row Trawick's been up after she got that bunt single that there's been 2 outs. So it'll be interesting to see how this plays out with her at bat here.
And as we have a moment, we'll have to ask you about the last commercial. It's so interesting watching all the things offered here at Daytona State College. Beverage science, something that we've been talking about this semester. What a cool thing this is.
So fabulous. A lot of our academic programs, but the one specifically there that you noted with Dean Costa-Magoulas and all of his staff that work so hard in that culinary arts and management program and then the beverage science program. It's a program that is a separator in terms of what Daytona State College offers to the citizens of our area as compared to what's offered in the other colleges around our state. It's a unique program, and it's certainly one that we're proud of here at the college.
Oh, great stuff. Trawick now stepping in for the Falcons. 1 ball, 1 strike. Allie Geyer trying to clear the cobwebs here. Trawick's been on base twice today, hit by a pitch her last time up, and then an infield hit in her first at-bat. This is chopped right back to the pitcher. Geyer should be able to take care of it, and she does to end the threat. But the Falcons will strand 2, and now we'll head to the 6th. Daytona State has left a lot of base runners on board today. Hopefully that does not bite them here late.
Yeah, you always are concerned about that when you're moving through the game and you look at the sheet and you find you've got a lot of left on base numbers. You're right, you're hoping that later in the game that doesn't come back and bite you, but it is what it is at this point. And I know both teams have done a little bit of that, and Daytona certainly more so than Lake-Sumter, but you just gotta, again, I think that's the part of being consistent and the growth of the game. Find a way to be more efficient in your innings, and find a way to get those runs across the plate. And that's part of the growth of these young students, and learning the game and what's expected of them, and how to play the game. And it's fun to watch them grow in that capacity.
It's been fun watching Chloe Anna Merritt battle today for Daytona State. Remember, Daytona State winning their first 7 games playing on emotion early in the season, but lately the road has been a lot tougher. Have lost 8 of their last 9, had a win there in a 10-5 decision over Santa Fe College, but clearly the toughest stretch of the season for Coach Harrell. But you know, numbers a little thin this year. It's made this team stronger, and they have really stuck to the plan, and you can tell a game like this can get them right back where they need to be.
Yeah, they are a resilient bunch. They certainly grind and fight, and they don't give up. But as you stated, conference play is not always kind. And when you look at the conference stats in terms of standings, Daytona is showing in 5th place, and Lake-Sumter is in 6th place. And the first 2 are the only ones that move on to postseason. So it's a challenge, but that's what it's about, and that's where these young students grow, and how they understand and play the game, and find a way to work through that adversity, and find a way to get more wins in the left-hand column than losses in the right-hand column. So they're growing and learning, and as I said, it's kind of fun to watch that.
Taylor Turner for Lake-Sumter, top of the order for the Lakehawks. Ball fouled. And again, Chloe Anna Merritt ahead in the count, 1-2.
She's very effective as long as she works ahead in the count. Of course, you could say that for most pitchers, but that's what she has to do. She's not a strikeout pitcher. She's a pitch to contact, and so she's got to be ahead in the count so that she doesn't have to put the ball over the meat of the plate to avoid walking a batter.
Taylor Turner in the top 15 in the state in on-base percentage. She knows how to get aboard. Working that count right now is it's 3-2. And if you are Chloe Anna Merritt, this is a huge batter, Will, because this is the top of the order here. You know you're going to have some big swingers coming up, and it'd be great to keep the bases clear, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it would. And that's the challenge for Merritt right here. As you mentioned, Turner, she's only got a 246 batting average going into today, but she's got a 403 on base average and has 30 base on balls for the season. So she knows how to find her way on base, and that's the battle now between her and Merritt.
That 2-0 lead for Daytona State certainly not safe.
No.
Big pitch here. Popped and fouled to the left side. Turner with great speed.
You want to make her earn her way on. If she gets a hit, she gets a hit. You don't want to walk her. She's skilled at getting a walk. Try to find a way to get a ball in play that maybe you can make a play on.
Turner hits it to third. This is going to be a tough play, and safe over there at first. Great job by Taylor Turner to dig it out, and just a little bit too much to handle for Kylie Hogue at third.
Really a good play all the way around. Hogue cut that ball off. She just couldn't make the play. Turner's got good wheels, and
The next batter, number 2.
to Turner's credit, she put the ball in play. She didn't look at strike 3 waiting on a walk. So she did her job.
Jenna Curtis tries to lay one down, move the runner over. Tough play. Everybody's safe. So finally some offensive life from Lake-Sumter coming here in the top of the 6th.
Really good bunt that Daytona didn't make the play on. That's a ball you can make the play. Just got to get to it with your feet.
Coach Harrell quickly into the circle. What do you think is going on right now in that conversation?
Well, I think she's just telling them to settle down and, make the plays. They want them to put the ball in play, and the defense is just going to have to play clean behind the pitching.
Gorgeous day here at Daytona State College. Drew Felios with Will Dunn. Falcons, led by first-year head coach Kelly Harrell, taking on Lake-Sumter State College, trying to win their third in a row this year over the Lakehawks. And all smiles right now for Chloe Anna Merritt, still nursing a 2-0 lead, but Lake-Sumter with their biggest threat of the game right here. 2 on, nobody out.
Yeah, very much so. I mean, I don't know Coach Miller's lineup, but you can definitely see that they're going to probably try to move these runners.
Underwood, a big swing into center field. Drifting back, it's over the head of Robertson. 1 run is in. Here comes the second, and we're tied off the triple from Nene Underwood.
Yeah, Drew Underwood held up at second.
Okay.
The lead runner now on third wanted to make sure that ball wasn't caught. So
that is correct. It is 2-1. Well, thank you.
The batter, number 1, Taylor Dotson.
Just misplayed that time. We talked about how the wind at some point would be a factor.
It's going to carry the ball that's in the air to the outfield.
So 2-1 is the score. Runners on second and third, though. Still big-time danger for Chloe Anna Merritt.
Yep, no outs. Both runners in scoring position. A run already crossed the plate. Falcons are going to need to find a way to try to limit the damage.
Tough position here because the force play is out if you're Daytona State. You get the sure out at first, but that could easily surrender a run.
Yeah, it's just going to depend on where the ball's hit. If they have time to look the runner back or only have the play at first.
Taylor Dotson up for the Lakehawks. Fouled off her foot that time, and
that didn't feel good.
That is some pain.
So Merritt's done a good job after that to work herself ahead in the count here. Coach Miller passing on some strategy during this injury timeout.
Talked about how Dotson was a redshirt her freshman year. Speed in the outfield she brings for Lake-Sumter. Had multiple offers coming out of high school, but chose to be a Lakehawk. One of the few players that has actually sort of been won on the recruiting trail by head coach Jay Miller.
She's in a big opportunity spot right here.
Tough play here at short. Oh, ball thrown away. 1 run will score. Lakehawks have tied it here. And now they're going to try and induce a throw over at first. And Daytona State will just settle things down here. And the score 2-2 and nobody out.
Yeah, definitely rushed that throw. So Lake-Sumter's gotten just exactly what they wanted here in this inning. Definitely nice leadoff by Turner. Certainly resulted in 2 runs to this point. Another runner in scoring position and a runner on first.
Do you think perhaps a pitching change should be thought about here with Ashley Green, the freshman, just to give it a little change of pace here?
Yes, she could. She could certainly do that, or certainly stick with Chloe Ann.
Yeah.
To see if she can work through this. I know she's done both this year,
Yeah.
so there's been situations similar to this where she's gone ahead and made the change, and then, which I think is exactly what she's talking about with the umpire with the lineup.
Chloe Ann has been in so many different situations this year. Clearly, it's not like she's not adept to handling the pressure.
She's got a lot of experience. Again, by far the most innings pitched on the team. So this isn't a surprise, and her earned run average is 3.64. So this is kind of in the neighborhood of what her game is. So Daytona's won their games, by scoring a lot of runs as well. So it's kind of an interesting dynamic here to see. We've got about 2 innings left here in this game, and kind of see how it plays out.
Drew Felios along with Will Dunn, C.J. Miller, Lake-Sumter head coach. His team has found some life here in the 6th inning. And we welcome you back inside our state-of-the-art studio. How about this?
Yes.
Coming into this studio, it is so cool. And again, a great product here offered at Daytona State in the television department.
Yes, it really is. And, to know that we have a television production academic program, that we have students that are bringing us the game with the cameras and in the studio and all the production things that our students get to learn and work on in that program with Professor Anita Bevins is just another great academic opportunity that's offered here at Daytona State College, and glad to be a tiny part of that.
Absolutely. Such an honor to get a chance to work with the great students and faculty. Anita does such a great job. Mike Rentinelli as well.
Larry Lowe, Jean Marie Appleby.
Jean Marie, producer, game in and game out. Such great notes today. Probably the best notes we've ever had.
Yes,
here.
Absolutely.
For this broadcast.
Helps a guy like me.
Yep. Mark Begonia directing. Such great people go behind a television broadcast, I'm sure you know well.
Yes, indeed. And it's just great that we can do that again with the academic program and our television station here on campus, and then to be able to bring these college contests to our viewers. Just a great opportunity.
Another tough play at third, and able to make it that time. That's a big out. Daytona State finally able to get one. So tied at 2 still, and 1 out on the board here in the 6th.
Oof, that was crucial. Just got to find a way to get outs at this point.
Just making sure that was in fact an out. A little bit of a question there, Arcia, when she was at first. I think she maybe jumped up in the air just a little bit. Umpires just wanted to make sure she came down in time to make that out.
They definitely chatted about it, and I think Coach Miller asked them to, because he'd have liked to have the bases loaded with no outs instead of second and third with 1 out.
Now Jennifer Bryant, she'll try and lay one down. Runner holds at third. Now she tries to go play at the plate and safe. Lakehawks have taken the lead off the sacrifice from Jennifer Bryant.
Very, very nice play. Chloe Ann did a good job getting the ball. Did look the runner. Made the throw to first to get the out. But the runner made a very nice play, breaking on the throw, and was able to beat the throw back to the plate from first in the tag to score their 3rd run.
So a 3 spot on the board. What an inning it has been for Lake-Sumter.
Just what the doctor ordered for Coach Miller and his group. able to take a 3-2 lead at this point here in the top of the 6th.
All started with Taylor Turner doing what she does best, beating one out, getting on base. And this game is certainly contagious, isn't it?
It really is. It's so much fun to be a part of and watch and see the strategy and how it's employed. And I never can watch enough of it.
Chloe-Anna Merritt trying to get Daytona State back to the dugout. Hit hard, center field, and it drops for a base hit. Little insurance.
That's a big hit for Lake-Sumter, giving them a 2-run cushion.
So scoring that run is Alicia Bowling, the transfer from Savannah State, and delivering Brandy Davis. This could be a huge, huge play in this game because it gives Lake-Sumter now a 2-run lead.
Yeah, it really is. It gives them a cushion. Daytona will get to bat in the bottom of the 6th and 7th, but they're down 2 runs at this point. Again, they're averaging about 5 runs a game, so the game's definitely not over.
Ashlyn Allen now with 2 outs. Swings away, fouls it back. And a little bit of action now in the bullpen for the Falcons. Up and throwing Ashley Green, the freshman. Pitcher who likes to mix it up. Number 2 pitcher this year for Daytona State. Could see her in the next inning.
Thank you very much, could. And then see what Daytona may be able to do with their offense to see if they can claw their way back into this game.
Keep in mind, though, well, you still have another game to play, too.
You absolutely do. So Coach Harrell will be thinking about that as well, managing her staff for the rest of the day.
Nice pitch on the outside part of the plate. Finally, Chloe-Anna Merritt out of the inning for Daytona State. But damage done by Lake-Sumter. They get a 4 spot. And Daytona State now has to come from behind. 4-2 is the score here in Daytona. Welcome back to Daytona State College, in a different position here for Daytona State. Now climbing uphill and trying to get to Allie Geyer, the second pitcher used today by the Lakehawks of Lake-Sumter. Drew Felios, well done, and Falcons now in a tough position, Well.
Yeah, got a hole to dig out of. Going into that last half inning, Lake-Sumter only had 2 hits on the day. They scrape out 4 hits and 4 runs inning, and certainly Daytona's going to have to find a way to get some runners on. Just pass the baton down.
Allie Geyers had a lot of rest. See a little bit of bite on that fastball as Harper Robertson steps in now for Daytona. 0-2 the count, takes that one, now 1-2.
I'm sure Coach Harrell would love nothing better than to see Harper and Kylie Hogue turn the lineup over.
Robertson puts it in the outfield, and it's caught in right. Jenna Curtis makes the catch, and there's one away.
Batter number 6, Kylie Hogue.
Kylie Hogue now the freshman for the Falcons.
Geyer's really done a nice job since she's come in.
See the spin that ball has right now. She is really placing it.
Spin it and placing it nice, and she's working ahead in the counts.
Kylie Hogue so busy at first base today for Daytona State. She's the hitter.
Third base.
Yeah. Pops this one up this time. And out there, Taylor Dotson makes the catch. Meaning third base. I may have said first base, but her instincts have been so good this year. You know, she started in the outfield, Kylie did,
Yeah.
and then moved into the infield because her athleticism, her instincts were so good.
Yep. Again, a young player, learning her role, and I think she's done a really nice job.
Swung on first pitch, ball playable again, and an easy one for Underwood to end the threat for Daytona State. Falcons can't get any runners aboard, and we head to the 7th. 4-2 is the score here on the Falcons Athletic Network. Well, I want to give a special thanks to Follett, a proud provider of textbooks to all Daytona State athletes and students alike. Follett, proud sponsor of Daytona State athletics. Their services certainly very, very useful here on campus.
Definitely been a great provider of our textbooks and bookstore services for many years here at the college, and certainly proud to work with them and appreciate the support they provide to our institution. So Merritt back out in the circle for the Falcons. Hoping this will be a shorter half inning.
Shortstop makes a diving play over to first, barely to get her there. Ashlyn Allen trying to beat the throw, and that was a great play by Trotty that time.
Big time play. Cut the ball off and was able to make the throw from her knees and still get the runner at first.
The next batter,
Falcons
number 3,
needed that out.
Taylor Turner.
Falcon will have the heart of their lineup up in the bottom of the 7th, Drew, with 2, 3, 4.
Well, that's certainly the good news. Bad news is they got to deal with the top of the order for Lake-Sumter once more.
That's right.
And Taylor Turner, this young lady right here, is the one who started that rally
Have
in
a
the last
day.
inning. Oh, yeah.
This is where you kind of have to grit and grind to find a way to get some outs if you're the Falcons and give yourself a chance before the game's over. And if you're the Lady Hawks, you want to grit and grind and find a way maybe to add to your lead and maybe salt the game away.
Chloe Anna Merritt trying to get her team back to the dugout here. Ball low. Good eye by Taylor Turner, 2-2.
Again, Merritt, she can beat her with a pitch, that's good, but she can make her put the ball on the ground and see if her defense can make a play behind her.
Oh, great pitch that time. The rise ball able to get Taylor Turner.
I think Merritt fooled Turner and myself on that pitch. Threw a nice pitch up in the zone and got Turner to swing through it for the second out of the inning. Really nice job there by Merritt.
Ball's unhittable, isn't it?
Yeah, up and in on your hands, and I guarantee you she was looking down. I was thinking down.
Jenna Curtis now in the 2-hole. Curtis playing in right field today. Oh, late getting around that time.
Chloe-Ann Merritt for the Falcons finding a way to muster a little extra zip on some pitches here to try to get her team back to the dugout and one more shot to get some runs on the board.
So one thing, you got to be so mentally strong when you're in the circle. I mean, Chloe Anna was absolutely cruising through 5 innings. And then just like that, the wheels can fall off the wagon in this great game of softball.
Tell you what, if you're a quality pitcher, you better have a short memory, whether it's good or bad.
1-2 now to Jenna Curtis. Curtis swings away, and it's in the mitt. So
Really
Daytona
good
State
job.
comes back and able to get it done defensively. Good recovery by Merritt.
It was, and she, you know, at the end of the day, she's given her team a chance. That was a quick 3 outs. And now let's see if the offense can make Geyer for the Lady Hawks work a little bit, throw some pitches, maybe work some counts, find a way to get some runners on base, and maybe do some damage to claw their way back in this game. Geyer's a quality pitcher, though. 1.94 earned run average on the year over 93 innings pitched before today, so she's not accustomed to giving up much.
4-2 is the score. Would be a shame if Daytona State could not come away with the victory. They played so well through the first 5 innings, but the 6th inning was the turning point, and they have been unable to get to Allie Geyer, who has come out of the bullpen and has been a savior for the Lake Hawks.
Really been impressed with how she's come out and her presence in the circle and how she's worked and worked ahead in the count, worked both sides of the plate and some off speed. She's really done a nice job for Coach Miller and her teammates. Let's see if the Falcons can make her work.
As Will said, the meat of the order for Daytona State coming up here, led by that young lady, Reese Trotty. Has played a great shortstop today. Swings at the first pitch. And right there to run it down is Geyer for the first out.
The next batter, number 15, Morgan Arcia.
I tell you, the word that comes to mind for me with Geyer is efficient. She just, again, stays ahead in the counts, doesn't have a lot of deep counts. It's gotten the Daytona batters to swing early in the count. I know that's not making Coach Harrell happy, but Geyer has done a good job making that happen.
Morgan Arcia, big solo shot in the third inning. Was the second run of the game for Daytona State. Can she come through again in some way here? Arcia had been in a bit of a slump coming into today, so that home run really huge in her growth. Just got a great piece, but the defensive play by Underwood there for the second out at short.
Really nice play, because that could have put a runner on, and again with Donahue and Baker and Arcia to come up behind would have been three tough outs with one out. So that's a big out. So it's down to Megan Donahue.
Strike to Megan Donahue. Keep in mind, still one more game coming up here, so Daytona State does not come out on top. Still have a chance to at least split today.
And a chance for our listeners, if they have the opportunity, to come on out and watch a game here on campus. Again, a gorgeous day. A little windy, but beautiful weather here in late March in Central Florida. Be a good time to come out and catch a college game.
Outside part of the plate. Well, this game is played so fast, too. This game of softball, these 2 hours, they fly by, don't they?
Yeah, it really is. And again, it makes it fun to watch these games. And you can catch a game, like you said, in 2 hours and still get other things done.
Donahue watches low. They appeal over to first. And no, she did not swing, so still 3-1.
So this will be good to see how Geyer throws. She doesn't really want to put Donahue on, but she doesn't want to give her a real fat pitch either. That was a nice quality pitch. Well, this is it, 3-2. Something's going to happen here.
Could be the closeout pitch for Allie Geyer and the Layhawks. And how about this? Visit to the mound. A little gamesmanship for Jay Miller.
I don't think they were on the same page. He was telling her something, and I think she was thinking something else. And I'm sure he's going to trust her as well as she's thrown since she's come in the game to throw what she feels like is her best opportunity to get Donahue.
Donahue puts it in play, and it's into the outfield. Daytona State still alive.
Really nice piece of hitting with your back against the wall.
Now batting, number
By
11,
Megan Donahue.
Alexis Baker.
Brings up Alexis Baker. Still got life.
So Daytona State's offense had gone a little bit cold until that hit right there by Megan Donahue. And again, there you see Coach Harrell constantly teaching, trying to settle her team down as Alexis Baker going to get set to come up to bat now. 2 outs, bottom of the 7th inning. If you're just joining us, Daytona State led for most of this game until the 6th when Lake-Sumter was able to put 4 on the board. That's where we stand right now, 4-2. Alexis Baker, big swing. Oh boy, how nice would a home run be right here, Will?
Well, it'd be great, but I'm sure Coach Harrell would take a ball out on the green somewhere to give Gigi a chance to come up behind her and either knock the 2 runs in to tie the game or hit one out to win it. Tell you, though, it takes a lot to be patient. You're down to your last out. Geyer's thrown a really nice game since she's come in. Nice pitch there.
1 ball, 1 strike. Allie Geyer, best player on the field today for the Lakehawks, trying to close the door on Daytona State. Oh, took a little off that one and fooled her.
Really nice job. Geyer be my pick for player of the game, Drew. She came in and just closed the door.
Just well done by the ladies of Lake-Sumter State, hanging in there, trailing until the 6th inning, and eventually getting to Chloe Anna Merritt, who also played well for Daytona State, just did not have enough at the end when she faced that order for the 3rd time.
Yeah, just too much adversity in the 6th inning. Again, we said she came back and did a nice job in the 7th inning to give Daytona a chance, but that 6th inning is what really hurt the Falcons in this game. But they've played 3 games so far this conference schedule, with Daytona winning 2 of the 3. Really, the rubber game of the series will be coming up next in about 30 minutes. So either Daytona State wins and wins the conference series 3-1, or Lake-Sumter wins game 2 here today, and then it's a stalemate draw, 2 wins for each team on the year. So it'll be exciting for game 2 today.
Daytona State out hits Lake-Sumter State today 7-6, but the score, that's the biggest number that matters. 4-2 on the short end against Lake-Sumter State. Let's see if we can check out some of the highlights here throughout the game and what got us to this point, with the Lakehawks now looking forward to the second part of this doubleheader and beating Daytona State for the first time this season. This ball put in play early. This was the first play of the game, actually. Watch the play in left. Alexis Baker throws over to second, gets the runner there. The defense clicking for the Falcons early.
Yeah, it was. And again, for the most part, it was a pretty clean sheet defensively, really for both teams. And it gave both teams a chance to be in the game. And, Daytona had a couple little kicks with 2 errors on the scorecard, but overall, for the most part, it was a pretty cleanly played game.
Good job there, putting down the bunt. Charlie Trawick was a tough out all day long. You see the defense again working for Daytona State. This shot right center field, a solo home run by Arcia, who comes through. Morgan Arcia making it a 2-0 game. Daytona State cruising. Look at that hot shot right back to the pitcher Merritt.
Very nice play by Merritt.
This was a huge play, though, over the center fielder's head, as Robertson could not handle it in center field, and then that led to the 2 runs for the Lakehawks of Lake-Sumter State. Well, it was a fun afternoon, and it's not done yet. More softball coming up here from Daytona State College. Come out, enjoy it, and, well, it certainly has been fun.
It's been my pleasure. I've enjoyed being with you here today, Drew, and look forward to our next opportunity.
For Will Dunn and our fabulous crew, I'm Drew Fellio. So long from Daytona State College, Game 2. We want you here live in about a half hour. See you later.